to TLC, ladies and gentlemen. I was hyped for this show, but I was curious and worried. I'll admit, I was worried, not curious, worried about the booking of the matches. There would be good matches. There wouldn't be any bad quality. They've been doing good quality matches on SmackDown better than Raw. But the problem was the booking. The booking has always been notoriously bad when it came to both shows. And I gotta say, I agree with about 90% of the bookings. I do agree with how the bookings went down for everyone. When it came to the storytelling, I wasn't completely agreeable. Whatever the title of this video is that goes with the TLC pay-per-view, I'm sure I am not happy about it because of the ending of the show. But let's get through everything else. I did see part of the kickoff, but I didn't really care because they don't really sponsor the tag teams well enough. I just didn't care that much. And from what I understand, there were no Usos. Where are the Usos? I might have missed them, maybe. I don't know. Also, where the fuck is Naomi? I put her in my face. Now you see, now you don't. I'm saying it now, Naomi for TNA. Unless what Brittany Johnson, I told her that I looked at Total Divas and Naomi is doing Marine 5 right now. Supposedly she's already done the filming, and I believe the reason that she hasn't been on television is because she's been doing the filming for Marine 5. That would make some sense. But then it kind of sucks because they try to make the storyline go with Total Divas, and she's not there now because basically she's supposed to be doing the movie which she's already done. Anyway, let's get to the beginning of the show. Wyatt versus the odd couple of Man Beast and the darling of WWE, Heath Slater. Yes. 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 Finally. Bray Wyatt has gold. This has been one of the major gripes a lot of people, including myself, has had. I said this in July. Give him a partner. Give him some gold. Let him be in the tag division. Let him stay there and get credibility and then break him off as a singles competitor. Then let him go after gold on his own. This, I'm hoping, is the beginning of a true Bray Wyatt push. I know there's still a good chance that Breed. I know that Randy Orton is going to fuck him eventually. I'm hoping for a while it will not happen. Let Bray Wyatt get some credibility. Let him get some character that has gold with that character. That's what I hope for. Next, the match that I felt had the best story amongst the women, but sucked because they rushed it. This is Nikki Bella versus Carmella. I saw the shiner that Carmella had on her face. Woo! That was a nasty shiner. I may actually try and get that image. But when it comes down to it, they did not have a bad match. The weakest match, I believe, for this entire show was the tag match. That was the only weakest match. But it wasn't a bad match. It was considered weaker because it wasn't a gimmick match. This was all a gimmick show. You expect there to be gimmicks in it, and that was just a standard, ordinary tag match, which was alright. But here's the thing. Even though this was I believe it was a DQ match, was it? No DQ match. It was a great match. It actually was pretty good. They did a great job. Not Brie. I almost got Brie and Nikki mixed up. Nikki did a great job. And Carmella did a great job. But here's the problem. Carmella should have been the one to win. Now, I understand the reason why she didn't win, because they're going to start pushing Nikki Bella to go and become women's champion. That's going to happen. There's no way we can stop it. That's going to happen either next year or this, well, not this year. It's a little too early. They're not going to let Alexa Bliss job right now. It'll probably be in the beginning of next year that Alexa Bliss will be going to deal with Nikki Bella. It's going to happen. But I really wanted to see more out of Carmella. I mean, Carmella, admittedly, as a heel, she's done pretty good. But she still feels like she needs to play off of somebody. And this is where you really wish she was with Kaz and Enzo Amore. I'm sorry. That's the truth. She's done pretty well by herself, but she's better when she plays off of somebody. And I guess that's the main reason why they didn't give her the other reason. The main reason is Nikki getting the title. Another part of the reason is that she might not be charismatic enough. And she needs someone to play off of. So, under that circumstances, I understand the booking. I don't directly agree with it because I think they could have had more mileage if they had built Carmella better and let her not job so much to Nikki. That's just me. The Callisto versus Baron Corbin. Perfect booking. Morgan, my friend, I love you. I love Sarah. I love you. And I'm saying this 100%. From your comment, use your YouTube channel because you leave comments. Use that one as the one you do for your show. Do it together. Since you both love wrestling, do the wrestling together. One, it'll make people love you both because having a man and a woman loving wrestling together makes it better. 2, I want to see you both together and enjoying wrestling. I want to see that for both of you. And 3, I want to see what you look like. But Baron Corbin won. And the match was actually quite good. I'll admit this. I don't like Callisto going up against Baron Corbin. I've already said this. Baron Corbin should be in the IC title picture. He should be in the world title picture. He should not be dealing with Callisto. Callisto should be dealing in the cruiserweights. Not because he's a small guy. It's because the cruiserweights should be on SmackDown. We should have had a cruiserweight match here. We should have had Callisto going up against the Brian Kendricks in TLC. It would actually make sense. But because they wouldn't do that, it's dumb. But did they have a bad match? No. Like I said, every match on here was a great match, well above a SmackDown show. Easily. And it was easily a great show. And sheesh. There was some nasty bumps that Callisto took. That chair to the face, that had to leave a mark. Getting thrown around in the chairs, that also left some marks. Baron Corbin getting his ass kicked nicely by Callisto in certain points was quite good. They told a very good story, but they should not be telling a story at all. That's duality right there. I enjoyed the match. It was good. But they shouldn't be having a match in the first place. They should be both doing something entirely different. They've both been stuck in mid-card or below mid-card. And they should be better than this. That's just me. Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss won. That was the perfect person to be carrying this title right now. She should be carrying it. And I'm not against Becky Lynch. I do like her. But just like with Carmella, Becky really needs someone to play off of. She does. She works better when she's in a team with somebody. And when it comes down to this, her character just does not work well. If she had stuck with the Rocky Balboa, if she was doing the Rocky thing, it actually would make better sense than what she's been doing now. If she kept referring to Rocky Balboa and showing some signs of a Balboa type of attitude, she would actually get over much better because it would make sense. Not saying people don't like her, but the thing is that she just does not make sense as she is. She's bland, and she shouldn't be. I'm glad Alexa Bliss won. It makes perfect sense for her to win. She's a better talker. And to a certain... I really don't want people to think I hate Becky Lynch. I don't. But Alexa Bliss is better. Better character, better charisma. Her ring work is about on par with Becky, so there's no problem with that. It's just that she's better in those 3 aspects. And I just want people to understand that. The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. Every time we put these guys together, they have a great match. But as much as people were cheering like crazy for Dolph Ziggler, as I keep saying to people, Dolph doesn't get anywhere. Yes, he has more better talking in his promo segments. Yes, his ring work has gotten better. He's more interested in actually doing better work. Yes, he's had a very good feud with The Miz. But where did he actually go with it? Zero. Nowhere. Not because he doesn't have a good character. Not because his ring work sucks. Not because he said something stupid on Twitter or Facebook. It's that the WWE does not want to push him. Somewhere in the past, he fucked someone over. I'm sorry. That's the way it goes. And I'm not saying he's the best wrestler they have. He's not. But there's always been questions if he was put into the main title scene with the title where he doesn't have to job so quickly, would he actually make it? And every single time people says yes he will, then people say no he wouldn't. The problem is we'll never know because the WWE will never put him there. They don't. They leave him exactly where Kofi Kingston is. Kofi had one chance and Randy Orton fucked him over. In this case, Dolph Ziggler had multiple chances and they have buried his ass each and every time. Nick Theodore, my friend, if anyone knows Nick, you can tell him from a small little humble YouTuber who would like to see him get something better than what he has just to see if he can actually do it. Because making a couple of $1 million a year does not mean that you're the best worker in wrestling. If you truly care about showing how great you are as a wrestler, you need to leave the WWE. Go to frickin' TNA, ROH, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Hell, go to Lucha Underground. You're better off leaving the company. Yeah, you lose your money, but then you'll have some credibility and respect. Because this is exactly what I thought might happen. I felt The Miz was not going to lose here, and he didn't. You know why? Because he is the most, well, taking away from Chris Jericho being an older guy. You have to say The Miz in modern times, for the last 8 years, has been the best wrestling heel they've ever had. Even in his most lowest points, where they never pushed him, he was still entertaining. That's the reason why he keeps that title. And dedicating that match to Daniel Bryan truly pissed a lot of people off, and that was perfect. Yes. Good work. Finally, the final match of the night that truly pissed me off. Still about James Ellsworth. That is going to be the title of this video. Still about James Ellsworth, whatever his name is. I don't care. This was supposed to be about AJ Styles. This is supposed to be about Dean Ambrose. And to a certain extent, that's what you got. The 450 splash onto that table with Dean on it, that was a beautiful thing. A wardrobe malfunction for AJ Styles, showing a part of his butt that was probably bleeding a little bit. I'm sure a lot of people wanted to say, ass crack, ass crack, ass. If no one thought it, I'm shocked at you. Because that was horrible and funny at the same time. You don't want to see a man's ass like that in that situation. It's like what happened to Psycho Sid, and he took a shit on himself in a match. This is almost as bad. That is right near your freaking ass crack. And then when you're going to do the phenomenal forearm, the hole goes from here to here as you squat. Andre, I'm sorry. I'm going to probably leave a comment on your current video that you've done if it isn't the same as me. And I'm going to say, I did a video on this. Please, don't think I'm laughing at AJ because he showed his ass. I really respect AJ and I respect you. I actually love you, man. You're a good man. You're a good commentator. You do good work with Heart Legacy Wrestling. You do good work on YouTube. And it hurts me to be saying that this is about James Ellsworth instead of your friend AJ Styles that you've actually met, you became friends with, that you're proud of. This hurts me, ladies and gentlemen. And I know a lot of people that say, dude, what is wrong with you? AJ did great. He's still the champ. He may be the champ, but who is the one that got the last laugh? Who is the one who's going to be spotlighted this Tuesday? Who's the one that's going to be cared about and be tweeted about and talked about? It's going to be James Ellsworth. AJ and Dean Ambrose had the third best match of the night. The second best match of the night easily was Alexa Bliss with Becky Lynch. The best match of the night was Miz and Dolph Ziggler. The only reason I did that is because the Miz was the one who shined the best between the two. Being flashy does not mean you do great work. And as much as I don't hate Dolph, he did a great job, but it was about the Miz. Then it was about Alexa Bliss, who's second. Then the third, which AJ did an incredible job. But this was about James Ellsworth. As much as it's great to see these turn heel, and now this is going to be for AJ's benefit, it does not... This doesn't help AJ. It doesn't. Because in the end, he's still a plot device for James Ellsworth. And now what's going to happen? James Ellsworth is going to be on AJ's side, and Dean is going to be the one that's going to be going after James Ellsworth and AJ Styles instead of AJ going after Dean and James Ellsworth. They switch sides now, which makes it worse for AJ Styles. This isn't about his reign anymore. This is about his reign holding a title that's meant for James Ellsworth or Dean Ambrose. Because they're going to do Dean versus James Ellsworth, and AJ is going to be helping him. That's what it's going to come down to. And that angers me. I don't want to see this. I want to see something better for AJ Styles. I have said this from the very beginning. AJ Styles is getting the shaft by the WWE. He's making money. He's getting exposure. But they're making him a joke. But this is just my point of view. You guys tell me below. I hope you enjoyed the Zane's view. Please give me a comment below. If I forgot anything, I'm sorry. Andre, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. This is how I feel. See ya.